let me get this off. Alright, so we're doing the monthly wreath kit. The monthly wreath kit, which was the candy cane kisses or candy cane witches and mistletoe kisses. So we're doing this tonight. There it is. Okay. Just wanted to make sure everything was looking good. Yep, come on thing. There we go. Alright. So it came with 2 mesh, this red and white and the green. So I cut all of the red and white at 20 inches. Okay. And we're going to do Poof with the green. Alright, I've already got all the ribbon cut up. So we have this green with the little green and red polka dots. The red, white, and green. Red and green. And the little candy one. It's so cute. I love this candy one. Alright. And Mama and Bella are here. They're back there. I took that bow home to show it to Mom. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Poof, and then we're going to put Ruffle on it. But I wanted to show you how you can get even more out of what you're doing. Okay. So let's get, hello, let's get zoomed in. There we go. Pull down a little bit. So we're going to start off with this green, and we're going to do Poof with it. I always like to start on the bottom. It's just personal preference. I feel like it's easier to go from the bottom to the top than the top to the bottom, but that's just me. You can do it either way. So don't feel like you have to do it the way I do it. You can do it either way. Alright. So I do not have these kits anymore because this was the subscription kit, but I do have just the sign and the ribbons, the 3 of the ribbons in my shop. But you won't be able to get the whole thing, and you won't be able to get the sign separately. So the only way to get the sign is to buy one of the kits because it's exclusive. Alright, so I take a zip tie. I'm going to scrunch the beginning just like this. I'm going to go right before tie, and I'm going to tie it down. I like mine to be very secure on there. They're not going to move, and I don't want to see where I started. So that's why I do it this way. And y'all, everybody does this differently, and it's okay if yours is different. Okay, so to do this the way I want to do it, you see how this thing is acting like a fool, Mom? I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, to do this the way I really want to do it, I have to be very careful how large my poofs are. So, I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, so you're going to go, you want 10-inch poof, alright, so you can either measure it out on your mat, just like that. Okay, place it down, tie it one good time, fluff it out. Or you can go straight over to the second tie and then back to the first one. Okay, so that is going to be 10 inches. Okay, so straight over, back to the tie, 10 inches. I know, hi again. So make sure you're keeping your little edges tucked under. Okay. And remember, nothing is going to look pretty until we're totally done. So. Okay. I'm just twisting it on good. A good one turn. Alright. So you see how much easier that is than trying to measure it on your mat? Okay. Because y'all, I am all about the time savers. I like the time saver stuff. Like cutting my ribbons together and not having to measure things out. Those are time savers to me. Okay. And you can do poofs with 10-inch mesh, just like you can with the 21-inch. No rules. Okay. You see how quickly we went around? All right. There we go. And the last one, I'll just measure out. So here's where we started. See where we tied it down. Now we're going to go back into this tie. All right. And then you can't tell where we started and where we stopped. So I'm going to take zip tie number 2. We're going to open up the top because now we're going to need those. Alrighty. This just helps you when you're going around, because when you're going around you don't want to have to stop, open the tie up, and then keep going. Yes, thank you for sprinkling. Okay, so I just pull this piece straight up to the top. I'm going to go right before a tie, like I did in the bottom. I'm going to use my zip tie. The zip tie acts as the first tie, because we're not going to really use the first tie. This is just how I've kind of always done it. It's what works for me. What you doing back there, Belly? I was just getting herself settled. Alright. So we go over to the second tie. Come back. Okay. Tie it off. So you want between an 8 and a 10-inch in the top. So over. So up at the top, when you do that little loop thing, it's between an 8 and a 10-inch, which is all we need, okay? Because of course, this ring up here is smaller than the ring at the bottom, so it still works. I know, second line. Fun times. Fun times to be had by all. Okay. There we go. So pull it over, and I'm not loose. I'm kind of tight the way I pull it over, and that is what gives me that nice small poof. And you see how they're very uniform? So they're very uniform because I keep doing the same thing over and over. Okay. Alrighty. So, alright. See how quickly we got done? Alright, so pull it over. This is our last one, so this is where we started. Okay. Pull this one out. Trim this off. I don't need a lot, just a little. Okay. Then I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to tuck it back. I like to tie mine down because I don't like it to have the opportunity to pop back up. Some people just push it in the back. But you can tell I'm a zip tie girl. I like my zip ties. Y'all, I buy these things by the bulk. Alright, now. Have to refluff a couple of them. Alright, here's where it's going to vary. Okay? With what's left of this, we're going to cut some small pieces. Okay? So we're going to cut like 8-inch pieces. Alrighty. Because we want to use it all. Y'all hardly ever get to see me cut stuff. I usually have everything cut, but pretty impossible to cut this one first. Alrighty. We're going to stop, see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Hopefully we're going to be able to get 18. Okay, 11. Whoops. Put that in the wrong place. 12. 13. 14. Okay. You see how much you can get out of one roll, y'all? Okay. 15. 16. 17. Yep, we're gonna make it. Ha-ha! I'm just gonna cut this one in half. Okay. There we go. Alright, now. Is she sleepy? She's sleepy. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to put everything in one piece. So to do that, I'm going to pull out our Bodabra. Have this little guy sitting here. Let's move us over. Alrighty. So now we're going to get our red pieces, our red and white pieces. Pull one out. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to lay it down. Just like that. We're going to ruffle it just like normal, so right straight up the center. I'm just going to put it in here. The only reason I'm putting it in here is just because I want to free up my hands to work on the next thing. Okay, I'm going to grab one of these green pieces. I'm going to roll it right up, place it on top. Then I'm going to grab my ribbon. I'm going to fold it in the center, get my little pinch in the middle, pull my little pieces over, and then I'm going to pull this whole thing up and place it in one piece. This is what I would call a bundle. All right. Tie it off, spread it out, spread out our ribbon. So let me turn it so you can see. Okay. So spread out our ribbon. Make sure we can see our little curls. So you can see the ruffles, the curls, and the ribbon. This is how you can use the whole thing and get a cute look. So what we're doing is we're pulling, we have the green on the bottom, then we have the red and white, and we're pulling the green back up to the top. Okay? Alright, so ruffle. Remember, when you're ruffling, you're using your thumbs in the back as a dam. You're just holding your thumbs kind of steady and pushing them forward and using those fingers to walk it. Okay? The best thing about the ones at the end is you don't have to do anything. They're already rolled. You can have them as tight or as loose as you want. Okay, so fold this over. Okay, pleat it in the middle. Get the little ends. You want that little birdie. And then you pull the whole thing up. and go right next to the one you just put in. Okay. Are you yawning back there, lady? Okay. All right. We can also tuck these little ends under so they're not going to be seen. These little ends, just tuck them under. All right, see? See how cute that is? Okay, so we'll keep going. Did I hear you yawning back there?
Oh no, not me.
Okay.
Bella and I are sleeping.
Oh, okay, so Mama and Bella are sleepy.
Yes.
Alright. The great thing about curling it is all you have to do is just roll it in the way it already wants to. And since we're using the end of the roll, it already wants to do that. So, it's pretty easy. Okay? Yeah, you can get the Bow Dabber on Amazon, but you can use your, now let me show you. You can use your bow maker too. If you don't have a Bow Dabber, you have a bow maker. I'll show you. Whoops. I didn't hold on to it. I pulled the whole thing out. Okay. It happens, y'all. It happens. Okay. So tie it in. Tuck those under. Fluff your ruffle out. So you're going to do everything just like normal. All you're really doing is adding that extra little curl in. So you're using both pieces, the whole roll of both mesh. Okay? So watch this. This is my Pro Bow 4-in-1. Take a piece of the red and white. Ruffle it up. Okay. If they start to fray on you, remember to tuck it under. That's all you have to do. So we can put it just like we're going to make a bow. Just going to set it there. Do the same thing with our little curl. Put it there. And then take our ribbon, fold it in half. Get our little pleat. Make our bird. And then we pick up the whole piece together. Alright? It doesn't matter what you use. Okay? You can use whatever you want. It doesn't have to be one or the other. I'll show you another way if you don't have a bow maker. So hold on, let me get this one in. Don't forget to ruffle it against the next one, just like normal. Pull this out, pull this up, out, up. We want to make sure we can see our little curl. It brings that green back up top. All right. If you don't have a bow maker, you can take it, lay it out flat. Remember, you can always tuck the edge if you have trouble with fraying. Roll it up, ruffle it up, Take your chip clip, clip it on. Take your rubble, take your roll. Y'all, apparently doing 2 lives has like stopped my ability to talk. I did not do that very well. There we go. Okay. So see, you don't have to have a bow maker to do this. You can really do it with any of them. Okay. There we go. We got this one. You can also hold them in your hand. But if you have trouble with your hands, you don't want to do that. Okay? we go. Let's do it with Easy Bow Maker. Okay. So just ruffle right up the center. Right in the little pegs it goes. Grab our curl. Get it a little bit tighter. Right on top. And then we're going to fold in half. Pinch, and then get your hands under it because this is wired ribbon. Then pick up the whole piece together. You want to make sure you get your hands under it so you can grab the whole piece. Alright. And then we'll go in to the next one. Okay, pull the ruffle out, curl up, and then spread our ribbons out. And as long as you do the smaller poofs, you're going to have plenty of mesh to do this. It's just from years of working with the ribbon. Okay. Right in it goes. See, you can use your bow makers for several things, y'all. If I wanted to hold all this in my hand, I would put it in between my thumb and my finger. So y'all know, I've told y'all before, this is kind of the strongest part of your hand. It's where it's going to hurt the least. So if you don't have a bow maker and you don't want to have to get one, you can always use your hands. Okay. If you're young and you don't have arthritis or anything, works great. If you're not young and you do have arthritis, it does not work so great. So, okay. So just tie it in. Spread your ruffles out. Okay. I like to pull my ribbons like this in the front. It really looks really nice when you take pictures and your ribbons are kind of pulled out like that. So when you're doing your ribbons, one of the things you want to think about is how it's going to look when you list it. Right? Yeah, the mesh is cut at... Can I do a close-up of gathering the ribbon? Yeah. The mesh is cut at 20 inches. And then our little curls are cut at 8 inches. Our ribbons are cut at 12 inches. Alright. So close-up of a gather. Okay, so all you do... Ooh, look. I missed the top part. Hold on. Alright, so all you do is you take your ribbon, you fold it over to find the center. Alright, so you're going to press there so you know where you're going to pleat it. So open them back up, and then you're just going to push it together, like pleating. Do you know how you pleat things? Or you're just kind of gathering it together, so you want to get them to a small little grouping. See that? And then you pull your hands and you just kind of pull it under like this. You see how it looks almost like bird's wings? And then you put them in together. Did that help? There we go. So ruffle it out. Pull the small ribbon out front, like that. this other ribbon. See how since we curled it in our hand, it makes it easier to do this little flip over. See that? That's why we do that. When I shift it, it's like shifting all of the mesh. Woo, okay. See, when you started, it kind of looked like it was going to be a smaller wreath, right? But it's not. I'll just tell you right now, it's not going to be a smaller wreath. Because, yeah, I don't generally do smaller wreaths. Mine kind of tend to get big quick. Okay. So, ruffle right up the center. Okay. So curl. Most of them are going to curl on their own. It does not have to be a very tight curl. And then fold in the center, open, pinch together, pull them over. Then make sure you get your hand underneath it to pull the whole piece up together. Otherwise your ruffle's going to come out. Alright, so you definitely want to make sure that you are getting your finger underneath the bottom so it doesn't come out. Alright, so pull the ruffle out, curl up, small ribbons to the front, and then these over to the side. See, and then we get the full effect of all of the mesh together. Alright, we have one more on the bottom. I'm kind of thinking I haven't shown y'all this method before. Okay. Or if I have, it's been a long time. Okay. So go straight up the center. See, what I do is I kind of pull it back to me like this, and that helps to keep the mesh straight. So you see how I have a little bit of fraying here on the end? I'm just going to tuck it under, and then that end is going to automatically tuck under and you're not going to see fraying. I'll tell y'all what's funny. I took my mom over to her hairdresser today, who is also my hairdresser. And y'all, they had this wreath on the door. And it was a little sad. It had the most fraying I've ever seen in my entire life on a wreath. And so when I tell y'all that people don't see the fraying, they seriously don't see the fraying. Only people who make wreaths see that. So. I mean, the colors were pretty, and it was just, it was pretty frayed. My guess is that they cut it with scissors. That's kind of what it looked like. Don't you think, Ma? That wreath today looked like it was cut with scissors.
I don't think this is the first year it's been on the door.
Oh, Mom thinks it's been on the door many years. I don't know. But hey, you know what? When you start out, everybody starts out struggling, right? But you just practice and you get better. Okay, so now we're going to start on the top. We're going to do the exact same process. Okay. Do you love it, Susan? I do too. Okay. So fold it over. Oh yeah, let me tell you what my first wreaths looked like, y'all. They were a hot mess. Weren't they, Ma? She's just laughing because she doesn't want to say. But y'all, they were. And we thought they were so gorgeous back then. Oh my gosh. And people bought them from me. They did. They loved them. Okay. So now I'm going to spread out my ribbon on the top. All right. So the big one is going to go this way. We have our little curl in the middle. And then this one's going to kind of go off a little bit to the side. Alrighty. But you see how full? See, when we first started, it looked like you were going to be able to see through the wreath. But you can't. It took you 10 hours to make your first wreath, Z? Hey. You know what? You were just being careful. It didn't take me very long to make my first one, but it was a little on the sad side. And I just knocked something over on the floor. Well, actually, I knocked it into the trash can, so it wasn't very far. So... Right? I've been doing wreaths a long time now. I'll tell you, my first wreaths were grapevines. Because back then they didn't have mesh. And y'all, they were awful. When I first started, because I had this idea that everything had to be on the grapevine and it had to like stay on the grapevine. It couldn't like go outside the grapevine. That was my first mistake. But I've learned quite a bit since then. That was many years ago. You're a perfectionist, yeah. Not everyone's gotten this kit yet. There might be a few who were waiting on something, but for the most part, you should have gotten it. If you haven't, you need to email me. There we go. Hey, CT! How are you? Okay, so let's pick up our bundle. Go to the next one. I'll make sure our ruffle goes up. You do kind of have to maneuver things a little bit. That's okay. Especially your ribbon. Yeah, the next one in the, so this is one of the Wreath of the Month kits. So this is a subscription. It's a subscription-based thing. And this was sold in November. Is that right? Sold in, and then sent in, no, it was sold in October and sent in November. Right. Because now we're doing Welcome Friends, and that's the one that's sold in December and sent in January. Yep. The one that's for January is really cute. It says Welcome Friends. Because it's too late to do Christmas stuff. So we're kind of moving on to every day. We're going to be moving on to spring. Because, y'all, you need to start working on spring real soon. So when you order the kit, they go out at the beginning of the month. So like if you placed your order December 1st, then it's probably going to go out like that week. Only the first month was delayed. Now they go out when your subscription hits. Yep. We already have everything in stock for December. Hello, thank you. Okay. Did y'all see the tree topper bows we did earlier? They turned out really cute. Don't you think so, Ma?
What?
Did you like the tree topper bows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
See how nice and big this looks now? Sometimes the kits go out of my shop so fast you don't get a chance to get them, so that's why we did the subscription one. So that people would have an opportunity to get one. It's all about helping us plan out our supplies. Oh, I'm so glad you liked them. I do have retreats. Those are in person. I sure do. Where did I knock those other ones? There's one. Where's the other one? Did I knock it on the floor? Yes. Never mind. It's down here on the floor. Yeah, I do wreath retreats. And we do in person. Y'all, they're so much fun. They're so much fun. Owl was at the last one. And Susan was at the last one. Thank you. Are y'all enjoying the 12 days so far? I mean, we're only on day 2, but it's fun. I might need like a week off after that. But it's a tradition now. Okay, see? I knew I dropped it on the floor. Okay, so I did not cut a ribbon set for where I'm planning on putting the bow. It's just another way to kind of save a little bit so you have a little bit more for the bow. How would you sign up for the retreat? So when I get ready to do a retreat, I'll talk about it, and it'll be on my website, just hardworkingmom.com. We'll pull it right up on the website, and you can sign up there. Our next one is going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. Why did that look funny? Because I was pulling it the wrong way. Okay. Last one, y'all. And we don't have ribbons to put in this one because we're going to put the bow there. Oh, I'm so glad you like the 12 days. It's funny because I was looking for something on YouTube the other day, and I came across the first 12 days of Christmas I did many years ago. And I did like a centerpiece with like peacock ribbon and mesh. Do you remember that?
What?
The centerpiece I did that had all the peacock stuff in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we do want the mesh and the roll because those are elements that you would see whether we had the ribbon in or not. But you can save a little bit of your ribbon and not put it in the one that you're going to be doing the bow in. Okay, so now you see, look how full that is. You can't see a thing, can you? All right, let's do bow.
Oh, that's pretty.
Mom likes it. She's going to keep changing out the wreath on the door, y'all.
Okay.
I did. I had dark hair. You're right. I did. That was before my hair started going white. I wish you were too, but you know what? We'll have more. We're gonna have them once or twice a year, so if you don't get to one, don't worry. There'll be another. They're just fun. They're fun to do in-person things. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's do the 2-1-2-1 bow. So let's do our tails, like maybe 9 inches. Okay. Last couple times we've done the Lisa bow, so we'll do the other one. So these patterns are just kind of all in the center, so we don't have to worry about them being in the wrong direction because it's not going to really matter. It's not riding. It's not like trucks. So that's when you really want to worry about which direction your ribbon is facing. Okay. There we go. Let's dovetail this one. Dovetail. I told y'all I just cannot talk tonight. Okay. Let's do this next. So we can do our tails a little bit longer. This is so cute. I really like this. Okay, so 6 inches. Inches. All right. Oops. Trim it off. Yeah. We're gonna do this one. So now we're going to go to about 5.5. We're just going to go a little bit smaller. And that looks a little big. Let's see. Yep, too big. Sometimes when I eyeball it, I'll just pull them up in the middle to see if they match. This one is still just a little bit big. There we go. All right. There we go. I like to go ahead and try to move my ribbon a little bit while it's in the bow maker. It saves time on fluffing. Okay, so then we'll end up with this one. Alright, now we're going to do is match this. Okay. There we go. Alright. Pull out a zip tie. And a pipe cleaner. Oh yeah, the Easy Bow Maker. If you're going to use the Easy Bow Maker, you absolutely need to use that short peg. I'll show you. Hold on. Okay, so we just have to get the zip side started. See, I cannot talk. Alright, so look here. The Easy Bow Maker comes with this small little peg. This peg keeps these two pegs in place. So you really, really need to put that in. See how it pushes right up against these two pegs? That keeps it in place. Very, very hard to use the bow maker without that. Alright. So now we're going to take it, hold one side, pull it around. Run our pipe cleaner through the back. Zip tie. Get it tight. Then I can hold all three of these pieces while I break the bow and fluff it. So break. All I'm doing is twist and pull. Twist and pull. What that does is that allows this middle part to kind of come loose from the center. So you see how this one's like all scrunched in there? Let's see, if I grab it and I twist it, it pulls it out. So then I can get a nice fluff and I won't have that problem where it's sinking into the middle of the bow. That's why I do that. There's a reason I'm always yanking on my ribbon. And you want to fluff from the bottom to the top. Okay, and then we can get our little curls going. Alright, now I can trim off the tie. Alright. So see, it's going to be easy to figure out where to put the bow because it doesn't have any ribbons in it. Alright, so it goes right here. Yeah. So I'm just tying it down to the frame. Tuck it under. Are you bow challenged? You just have to keep at it. You know, to me, bows were like, it was like riding a bike. You know how when you first start riding a bike, it's just really, you struggle with it. And then all of a sudden, it's like a light bulb goes on, and then you got it. So I think bow making is a lot like that. Because it's like your brain doesn't understand what you're trying to do. And then all of a sudden, it's like the light bulb goes on, and then you're like, oh!
Yes.
Now I know.
Yeah, it was like that when I learned to play bridge.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mom says it was like that when she learned to play bridge. Alright, so we're going to take the longer ones, curl them up. Yeah, well see, that's what bow making was like for me. So my sister started teaching me how to make bows, oh my gosh, like probably 30 years ago, y'all. Not kidding. And my sister is 12 years older than me. And I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. She kept showing me, and I kept saying, I don't understand. Mine doesn't look like that. Mine won't do that. And then I just got it. And then I had it. So it is a lot like that. Okay, so there's our bow. It's on there good. Now, we can add in our sign. So don't give up. Just keep trying. Alright. So I'm just making a hole with my metal hole punch in the corners. So usually when I'm shipping wreaths, I ship them in a 22 by 22 by 8 box. So because that shipping gets expensive quick. And honestly, your wreaths are more secure if they're snug in the box. And I tape it to the, I tie it to the bottom of the box with pipe cleaners. I poke holes in the bottom of the box, and I loop that pipe cleaner around the frame on the bottom, and I tie it. I was shipping it in 24 by 24 until the pricing went ridiculous, and now I do 22 by 22. So that little bit extra really cost. You're afraid to shake yours? Don't be afraid to shake it, because you want to shake it. Because if everything is on there good, then you can ship it, and you can give it, you know, sell it to someone. You don't have anything to worry about. And I bet it's stronger on there than you think. Now, you were right. That's what I used to use. I had to switch. The shipping. Whew, the shipping. Okay, so swags I ship in a 30 by, it's a 30 by 10 by 6 or 8. So it's 30 inches long, it's like 10 inches wide, and it's like 6 or 8 inches deep. So you see how this pulls, it pulls, all of this red pulls in with the sign. And we have splashes of this, you know, kind of little cream color in it. This is my favorite thing, is making the signs and the kits. I've gotten Tori addicted to it now. This tool here is a metal hole punch. You can get them off my website, and they're cheaper than Amazon, because I sell them basically what they cost me. Yep, these things are awesome. I do have a sale going on too. Just about everything in my store is on sale. Even the kits. Right? I know. They're expensive. Y'all, I had to ship out a wreath. I don't remember when it was. And it was like $50. Yes, I do have videos on swags. And we will be doing one during the 12 days of Christmas. Alright, so now I'm just going to take the sign. So what I do for my signs, I feel like signs are one of those things that you tend to spend too much time on, because I know I used to. So I make it real easy. I take my wire, I move my mesh, I go right down in between the frames. So remember, you have like 3 rows on the frame, so I go between the second and third row. Then I take this one, I go on the inside, and there it is. I tie those 2 pieces together, and I tie them around the frame. Y'all, it used to take me so long to get my signs on a wreath. Like, literally. It would take me 20 or 30 minutes. Now, it takes just a few minutes. So. Yeah, FedEx is the way to go if you're going to ship a wreath, y'all. Don't try to do it through the post office. Too expensive. FedEx has the deal for that. And you can get an account online. It's free. Okay. There we go. See, it didn't take long at all. Glue for metal and ribbon. Let's see. The glue that works on metal is, do I have any in here? The E6000 works. And there's another one. I don't think I have it in here though. No, I don't have it in here. But I know E6000 works. Alright, so let's see. Let me get it straight. There we go. Alright, so there it is. Let me pull this bow up a little bit. There we go. Alright. I feel like they're not exactly even, but it's okay. I can fix that later. So there we go. See, there's the candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses sign. And there's the bow with all the little curlies on it. I really haven't priced out DHL. Have any of y'all tried DHL? Okay. The signs are made of, they're UV coated aluminum. So they're metal signs. They're like 42 inches thick, 0.42 thick. They're, you know, they're flexible, but they don't really bend. If you haven't gotten your kit yet, you need to email me. It's just Lori, Lori, at hardworkingmom.com. If you're waiting on the snowman or the owl, those are going out later this week. We had to wait for the supplies to come in, and it took forever. You gotta love the holiday stuff. Awesome. I don't know what I'm stepping on. Oh, my cord. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Thank you. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow. We might be doing... We might do this guy. So y'all, Rachel, who's one of the designers in my design group, she created this, and she shows us how to do these. And I wanted to do one on live to show y'all how to decorate these, because I think these are really fun. So. Oh, awesome! I love that. Kits are always $42. Thank you for the stars. You're super sweet. Yeah, kits are always $42 plus shipping. Shipping usually runs around $9, something like that. Yep, and if you're in my groups, whoa, look at all that stuff under there. Okay, stop looking, Lori. If you're in my groups, you get 15% off everything I have. Hey. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Well, I am going to go home and get off my feet. Am I going to sell the snowman sign? If there's some left, I will. Yeah. I know, right? I am ready for this year to be over, too. I'm ready for this whole, you know, stuck at home and all that stuff. I'll probably do the snowman in like a week. So, yeah. Yeah, there is. There's a discount for being in the group. There's even, if you're in the group, you even get a discount on the recurring Wreath Club. It's the only way you can get a discount on the recurring Wreath Club, actually, is to be in the group. Yeah. And we have sale going on in the group now. Oh, Bella's getting kisses from Grandma. All right, y'all have a great night. I will see y'all tomorrow night. I'll be on at 7. So I will see you guys at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. All right, bye, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.